heart and ambition, then triumph. Grand gospel talent on, see your dream come true, yeah, yeah.
My name is David Livingstone, and I was the winner of last edition, Back to the Roots edition of Grand Gospel Talent Hunt, and I'm glad to have you guys in the House of Talent. Can you clap for yourselves? Yeah. I like you to understand that you have gone too far to give up, and then at this point of your life, even if you don't get to the final stage, you can still become who God wants you to be. Do you understand? Winning this competition or this contest does not mean that's just the end of your life. When you win, there's still more things to do. In short, it's a lot of responsibilities that has fallen on you to build on. Yeah, by the way, congratulations to who were the guys that won 30K. God's own army. Congratulations. Nice one. So I hope you will use that money wisely. Don't go and buy cap. Don't go buy pickup. I started singing at the age of 5. I was just 5 years when I started singing, and then I was singing in my local church then. So I was part of the choir. My parents kept on, encouraging me, and then that was how I was pushing. And then at the time, I didn't want to study any professional course at all. All I wanted to do in school was music. So until the day my parents called me and we had one-on-one talk, we had discussion. So it's very important, let me just say this at this point, it's very important that we try to we try to make this relationship between, our parents, you as a person and your parents, is very important. It goes a long way, because the truth is, whether you like it or not, your first audience are your family. So if your family cannot support what you're doing, I'm sorry, it will be very difficult for you to move. It will be very, very difficult. Everybody can never be your friend. You decide on who should be your friend, and then because you know where you are headed to and you know what you really want in life. So you choose your friends, and then so that you can actually actualize your visions and your plans very well. So at that point, they told me, this is it. You can do music. No matter what you read in school, you can actually do music. You can do dancing, whatever you read in school. Because whatever that once, in as much as it's a gift, your gift, your talent doesn't just go like that. It's inbuilt. It's inside of you. So no matter who you become tomorrow, it can actually manifest. I've always been running my race. I don't know, So I'm trying to encourage you here. If you are waiting for somebody to support you, you might wait for so long and you'll be disappointed. So you don't wait for people, you take a step. And then, of course, when taking a step, God should be involved. I like you to understand something. Anything you do in life outside God is useless. I think that's the basic thing I would like to tell you guys today. If there's nothing you've heard, keep this and keep it very well. Anything you do outside God is useless. Anything you do outside God. That was how my opening started. From there, I met somebody, Mr. Iton, over there. Mr. Iton, I met Mr. Kings. Mr. Kings is like Mr. Iton, Mr. Kings. Mr. Kings is like the top gospel artist there. Yeah, very rich. He got married, he's a Nigerian, but got married to, a French woman, and then has a clothing line over there, has a recording studio, has so many things. My school was in the capital city of the country, so that was why I had these advantages. You understand? So I had these advantages, and then, as God will have it, Mr. Iton said, I like the way you sing. Just like that. They don't know me. I was just a student. I think I was in my 200 level or so at that time. So I told them, I'm a student. Sometimes I used to, when there are holidays, I used to travel when there's a long vacation. I think my coming back was not more than maybe three times all the years I did over there. So, and then that was how he gave me an opportunity, and then I went for another event there and there and there, and then before I know what was happening, my church came, one of my church branch, Dunamis, I attend Dunamis. So my church branch came over, and then, are you a Dunamite? All right, So my church branch came there, Dunamis came there, and then I was part of Dunamis. I joined Dunamis when Dunamis just started. So when Dunamis started, I was like, I was the first music director ever in that country. So I had to build up the choir, even as a student. So I suffered. I'm telling you the truth. I suffered. I know. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not saying this to make you happy here. I'm just telling you the truth. I suffered because I could remember when I don't have money. I was not on payroll. Nobody was paying me. Nothing. Nobody was giving me anything. It was at the point that I never had, my rent was expired from my house, and then my landlord wanted to throw me out. I had to go to the church and talk to my pastor. My pastor gave me about 25,000 francs then, and then I was able to pay part payment, and then I had to hustle to get the remaining. You understand? So it wasn't funny. I remembered all the times I was coming to church. It would be raining. I used to borrow keyboard. Then the church had nothing because the church was just coming. It was just a new church. There was no instrument. So I borrowed keyboard from a friend of mine to the church every day. The distance, I don't know. How many of you stay in Abuja here? Or you know Abuja very well? I'm trying to describe the distance. It's just like I'm moving all the way from Zuba. Like I'm leaving Zuba to let me say Pape Junction. That was the distance of my church, from my house to my church. Sometimes I don't get taxi, sometimes I had to follow bus, the late bus at night. I'll follow bus. I don't have money, so I can't even enter taxi. I have to stay at the bus park to join them. They'll just be speaking French and speaking all that, some I don't even understand. But I thank God because in all, God helped me. God helped me. And then from there, I was able to, move and move and move and move. I became the music director, of course, and then before I graduated, I was featured in an event, one of the biggest events there. I won an award in one of my songs, and then one of my worship songs I did then. I won an award. I won an award in my school, my university, and then I won another award, Young Achievers Award, Voice of the Year Award, and then the last one was Best Worship Song of the Year. In that country, I won 3 awards. Then I came back. So when I came back, I came to face reality in Nigeria. The truth is, I'm going to say 2 things here. Number 1, I don't know why I came back. Number 2, I wish I had an opportunity to stay back. Yeah, because at that point of my life, it was more like I was becoming so relevant, like Moses Bliss in that country. So you can imagine my level at that time. So, and then I keep asking myself, why did I come back? Yeah, because I feel from that time, I graduated 2016 from the university, 16 till now. How many years now? It's over 6 years, right? Maybe if I was there from when I graduated till this time, I should have by now maybe I should become a very big star, an international art. You understand? I need to tell you, because life, success is deliberate. You have to be deliberate to be successful. That's why I tell you, even at this point, because I kept telling myself one thing. Do you know, at some point I was telling myself, what if I don't win this thing? What will happen? What will my guys say? My team members, my secretary. Do you know my assistant, my assistant in my team, the person assisting me, she's married. I'm still single, I'm not married. She called me, she called me and she said, sir, are you sure about what you want to do? Why are you going for competition? At least you are doing one or two things for yourself. So why are you going for competition? What if, did God tell you to go? I said, no, this will not be about whether God tell me or God not tell me. One thing I need you to understand is I'm convinced. I was convinced, I had peace of mind. So I knew it was God about Grand Gospel Talent Hunt. I had peace of mind. So I collected that money from our secretary. Our financial secretary gave me that money. In short, I think I collected 6,000 or 5,000. Yeah. When I collected that money, I had to deposit it into my account because I went through the site and I saw I was to do online payments. So I had to deposit that money into my account so that I will be able to do online payment, right? From my mobile app. So that was what I did. I left there. I went to pray. This thing I'm telling you, that's why I stood up. I'm deliberate about this thing I'm telling you. I prayed about it. I said, God, at this point, I don't have anything. And I borrowed this money to do this competition. I want you to help me. I need to win this competition because if I don't win this competition, what will people say? And then what becomes of me after now? I don't know. But I know that you have a good plan for my life. Yes, of course. But this money, I need it. I need it. We need to push. We need to do so many things with this. So that was how I was able to, pay. The night I was paying, my phone was on 15%. In the night, I went for an event, a vigil. So when they finished early in Kubwa. I was in Kubwa that day where I registered for this contest. I was in Kubwa. So I wanted to register online after filling my name and everything on more network. Village people started. Network was seizing. I couldn't connect, and then I had already paid. I was deducted from my account. I didn't see anything, so there was no way. I think there is, after the payment, you have to go back to finish up the registration, something like that. So there was no way I could do. At the end of the day, my phone went off. I said, so that money has gone, and I borrowed this money. At this point, I didn't know what to do. So my guys that were there, they told me, don't worry, bros, mate, don't worry about this. Maybe in the morning, I'll charge the phone and then I'll get to, search for them. For the number, then call them and explain myself. And that was what I did. You understand? Okay, no, I'm still talking, right? We're not done. That's why I'm here. You can ask questions, When I'm done talking, I will give you opportunities to ask your questions. You understand? So he told me everything, and then I had to follow everything. I followed everything. And as God will have it, I was part of those that qualified. During the contest, it was something else because we had a lot of technical people. We had a lot of people, I'll tell you guys everything, So that day, before I came to the house, I had to come up with a strategy because he told me, come up with a strategy, have a plan. This is it. When you get to the house, you will meet a lot of people. You might even meet people that are talented, much more than you. Whether you like it or not, there are people here that can sing very well than another here. So sometimes it's not about your skill, man. It's your strategy. And then, of course, how you plan your strategy. I don't want to talk too much. But so, let me just, yeah. So we met at the meeting point. We had a meeting point. We met there. Before now, I had to mobilize my guys. I remembered we were asked that we're not going to use phones. But at that point, thank God, I had already created awareness about coming to the show. I paid in money for graphic design and all that. I had graphic design, and I had somebody in charge of my account who was managing my account, and the account details, whatever. To be sincere with you, one of the key people who voted for me, I don't know the person. If you want to be successful in the entertainment industry, you must build value, have value, all right? There must be something inside of you. You must have something to offer. Until you have something to give, nobody is ready to spend their money on you. That's just the truth. No matter how gifted, how talented you are, you must be ready to offer something. And then, as an entertainer, you must not be a hungry person, in the sense that don't be a beggar. Don't, because of entertainment, you just want to start begging people for money, this, that. You see, it is what you have inside of you, what you can give, that will actually bring what you want. Okay, all right.
Okay, sir. During your stay in the House of Talent, what was your greatest fear at that moment?
Well, one of the greatest fear is that, of course, I just said to myself that I wouldn't want to leave this place the same way I came. So I had that fear of losing. Of course, even if I was very strong at heart, but I'm human, sometimes emotions comes up. So one of the fear was that the fear of losing was one of my biggest fear.
You made mention of your management.
Yeah.
You said something about having a management before coming to the House of Talent.
Yeah.
Okay, so my question is that how did you invest your prize in your talent? Did you just invest in your side business or in your management?
I have a manager. I have a music manager. All right. And why I chose a music manager was because I knew I've gotten to a stage where I need a music manager. You understand? And then even this year alone, we are in, right? I know how many states I've traveled to for administrations, programs, events. I went to Abakileke, Enugu, came back, went to here, went to Kaduna, went to this, went to so many places. Do you get?
You said that before you came, you and your friend had a talk, so you decided to re-strategize. That means you came in here with a strategy that you felt was going to work.
Yeah.
So now, aside the votes that people gave you outside, you don't know what was happening, and you don't need votes if you're not up for eviction. Here, when you were inside the house, what do you think was your best strategy? Like, aside doing tasks, aside trying to perform tasks, because I believe that everybody wants to perform tasks, do it better, come out fresh.
Yeah.
What do you think was your unique, like your most unique, outstanding
Strategy.
Yes.
I think you're not a biased person. You are liberal enough. You're asking this question. It's for everybody. It's for everybody's benefit. All right. My strategy when I was in the House of Talent was, number one, I told myself I will never be late for any tax. Some people will sleep for here now. You will get problem. Number two, there was never a day I complained about anything in this house. I don't think I complained, even about food. Yes, I know we are going to food now. See, let me tell you something about life. Life is not bed of roses, or life is not bread and butter. I'm telling you, life itself is rough. So before I came in here, I told myself that, Omo, I am ready. Anything that will happen, let it happen. The first day we came, they did us, introduction. Omo, we ate rice. The next day, it can't reach like say now like to 12 before we go chop food. Omo, I say, guy, you understand? At that point, I already knew that. Okay, we are in for something. Can I tell you something? This one is Expo. Even the food, whatever that is being served, is a strategy for you to be discouraged. Is to test your ability, your patience. Yes. I can decide. I want to bring the best out of you. I can decide to punish you. Let me know if you can actually adapt to the system or not. It's not like we don't have the money to give you food here. Of course, this is not your house, all right? This is a learning. You are in a refinery. You are trying to refine your life, refine yourself, your destiny. So you have to be ready for anything. What you are going through here is the reality of life. This is the reality of life. I'm telling you the truth. I am telling you the truth. I've gone for events whereby I have ministered, and a lot. I ministered so much that at the end of the day, I was expecting close to like 50K or maybe more than that because of our negotiation. At the end of the day, I was given 3,000 naira.
Bigger, art and ambition, then triumph. Grand gospel talent on. See your dream come true.